The horizon darkened. For years, the sky had been a merciless, blue, empty, silent, cruel. Now something moved across it. A mass. Heavy. Alive. The people of AD ran out of their homes. Children pointed upward. Old men wept. Women fell to their knees in relief. After endless drought, the sky had finally answered. It is a rain cloud. They shouted it through the streets. They loathed and they embraced. They thanked their idols. Some even mocked HUD openly. Look, your warnings have turned into mercy. But HUD did not join them. He stood apart. His eyes were fixed, not on hope, but on truth, and he said quietly, "No. This is what you were asking to be hastened." The air changes. Before the cloud reached them, something shifted. The wind. At first, it was gentle. A cool breeze touching faces, long burned by heat people smit. It feels good. It smells like rain. But then the breeze did not stop. It grew sharper. Stronger. The sand began to move across the ground. Loose cloth snapped violently. Doors creaked. Animals grew restless. The sky became darker. Not the gray of mercy, but the black of pressure. And then the first gust struck. It did not fall from above. It slammed sideways. Walls shook. Roofs groaned. People stumbled. This was no ordinary wind. The realization, the first screams began when tents were ripped from the earth, when market stalls lifted like leaves, when trees that had survived drought, snapped in half. The wind howled, not like weather, like something furious, like something unleashed. HUD's words echoed in their minds. Bring upon us what you threaten us with. And now, it was here, a wind with purpose. The Quran describes it as a screaming, violent wind, relentless, cold, piercing, not a passing storm, not a single night of chaos. 7 nights, 8 days, continuous. No pause, no break, no mercy for arrogance. The wind did not simply blow. It targeted, it tore pillars from their foundations. The towering monuments built to challenge time cracked. The great columns of Iram split and fell. Roofs shattered. Stone blocks were thrown like toys. The strongest men who once boasted, who was stronger than us, were lifted, thrown. Their massive bodies rolled across the desert like hollow trunks. The Quran later described them as if they were uprooted palm trees, empty, fallen, powerless. Panic becomes terror. At first, they tried to endure. They believed it would pass. They locked doors. They tied ropes. They gathered inside their strongest buildings, but the wind found every weakness. It entered through cracks. It broke hinges. It collapsed beams. Sand blasted against skin like knives. Breathing became painful. Eyes burned. Children screamed in darkness. Leaders shouted orders, but their voices were swallowed by the roar. This was not random. It was precise destruction. Everything they trusted was being removed. The sound of collapse. Imagine the sound of stone pillars hundreds of years old, grinding against each other. Imagine entire walls collapsing at once. Imagine the roar of wind so loud that thought becomes impossible. Now stretch that for days. No sunrise of relief, no moment of calm. 7 nights, 8 days. Continuous. The sky did not clear. The wind did not weaken. The strongest civilization of its time. Reduced. Humiliated. Broken. The silence after. And then, suddenly, silence. No gradual fading. No slow decrease. It stopped. It stopped as if a command had been given. The dust settled. The sky cleared. The desert stood still. Where cities once stood, there was nothing. No laughter. No markets. No pride. Only scattered remains. Bodies lying motionless across sand. Massive frames once admired, now abandoned. Structures reduced to fragments. The people who said who is stronger than us. And swear by reality. And Hud survived, not because of strength, not because of strategy, but because Allah saves those who trust Him. He and the believers stood upon land that no longer resembled their past. No empire, no monuments, no boasting voices. Only evidence, a lesson carved into earth. Strength without humility collapses. Power without gratitude. Selfie. Civilizations do not fall in a single moment. They fall when arrogance replaces remembrance. And the wind, it did not destroy randomly. It removed what believed it could not be removed.